everyone, we're here to update you on the Mississippi flag proposal process. The committee to choose a potential new flag for the state of Mississippi has narrowed the list of contenders from 5 to 2. We recommend watching our final 5 video where we were highly critical of all 5 designs, which of course means the 2 flags that made it through are bad, and we strongly disapprove of both of them. Here are the 2 flags. On the left we have the Great River flag, and on the right we have New Magnolia. The website of the Mississippi Department of Archives and History has included descriptions of the flags which we're going to show you. Great River flag was created by Miko Whitson. The flag description is the following. The design features a shield based on the 1798 seal of the Mississippi Territory below a 5-point star on a blue banner. There are 20 marks on the shield, 18 vertical lines in red representing the 3 nations that occupied the Mississippi Territory, Spain, France, and Great Britain, and 2 white river waves representing the Mississippi River and the Gulf of Mexico. In God We Trust is written in a typeface that would have been used when Mississippi became a state in 1817. Blue represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice. Red represents hardiness and valor. Each of the 5 flag designs incorporate a segmented star comprised of diamonds, a reference to the eastern diamondback rattlesnake which is revered in Native American cultures. The star was added by the commission members. In the Great River flag, the star also represents the 5 regions of the state. Whitman wrote, "The Great River flag endeavors to capture as much of that into one unique image that supports Mississippi's other meaningful symbols, the mockingbird, magnolia, and others, while standing on its own." Some of you may have noticed in the last paragraph the designer is named Whitman, but we already stated his name is Whitson. This flag has its own website. On that website, the designer is called Whitson, so presumably that's his name. It pretty much sums up the whole flag change debacle that they would make this error. Regarding the symbolism, some of it is pretty good, but there's an issue with the symbolism regarding the 3 nations that occupied the Mississippi Territory. The Mississippi Territory was an organized incorporated territory which existed from 1798 to 1817. Though it was called the Mississippi Territory, it also comprised of the state of Alabama. The territory was disputed between Spain and the United States. While France and Great Britain ruled over the area in the past, by 1798 they had no part to play in the region. Therefore, the symbolism of this flag is historically inaccurate. Given the main design of the crest is based on the 1798 territorial seal, we think there's way too much emphasis on this 20-year period of the state's history, and given the fact that about half the territory was Alabama, this emphasis is totally inappropriate in our view. Added to that, which we talked about in the last video, the seal screams America. It's based on the Great Seal of the U.S., and it's not surprising the U.S. would give the territory such a seal as they wanted to stamp their authority over the area at the time, while it was being disputed with Spain. So what this means is this flag looks American and not Mississippian. And not only does it look American, it looks similar to the 26 other state flags that use a blue field charged with seals and other designs. Moving on to New Magnolia. Assuming they didn't make any mistakes on the names, it was created by Kara Giles, Sue Anna Joe, and Rocky Vaughn. The description is the following. The New Magnolia flag is anchored in the center field by a clean and modern magnolia blossom, a symbol long used to represent our state and the hospitality of our citizens. The New Magnolia also represents Mississippi's sense of hope and rebirth, as the magnolia often blooms more than once and has a long blooming season. The New Magnolia is sleek and updated to represent the forward progression of Mississippi. The circle of 20 stars represents Mississippi as the 20th state of the United States of America and is anchored by the gold 5-point star, which stands alone. This star represents our first peoples, the indigenous Native American tribes of the land that would become Mississippi. The color blue in the main field of the flag echoes the blue of the American flag, representing vigilance, justice, perseverance, while the bands of red represent hardiness and valor. The gold lines and the gold stamen of the New Magnolia are a nod to the rich cultural history of Mississippi, specifically the visual arts, literature, music, and performing arts to originate in our state. The magnolia is described as clean and sleek. We disagree with this description. The design is complicated and not suitable for flag use. The stamen consists of many yellow circles which are impossible to distinguish unless you see the flag really close up. The petals are all different shapes with various blue lines running through them. This Magnolia design is extremely difficult to draw accurately from memory. Regarding symbolism, like the other flag, we have some good symbolism, but once again, we have a big problem. The description mentions a circle of 20 stars. In actual fact, there are 21. This is because the flag was altered. The original flag had 20 stars, which meant there was an imbalance of stars, 10 on the hoist side and 9 on the fly, with the yellow star on top. They added a star to make the circle balanced, but in doing so, completely destroyed the symbolism. Obviously, the description wasn't updated since the design was changed, and this demonstrates a total lack of attention to detail by all of those involved in this process. To sum up, both flags have major problems. We don't like either of them, and there were many great flags originally submitted that were far more deserving of making it to the last two. On September 2nd, one of these flags will be chosen as the winner, and we plan to do a full flag review of the winning design. The winning flag will face a referendum of the people of Mississippi on November 3rd. If the people reject the winning design, then Mississippi will remain flagless for at least another year. That's about it for now. Be sure to leave a comment. We want to hear your opinions on the final two. And of course, be sure to subscribe because we're sure this train wreck of a process will continue to deliver entertainment and drama, and we'll have all the updates right here on the channel. Until next time, bye for now.